So, as you know already, most of you know, or some of you know, we have been on the Plexus products now for 90 days. And as I look back at my first video, it just blows my mind how I can see the transformation. I mean, when I did my first video, that was 50 days on the products. And I was excited. I mean, we didn't know what we didn't know, and I was just kind of reporting what we were feeling at the time. And as I look at it, I can see the transformation. And as I look at my second video and I look at the other videos, I can see, the timeline. I can see the transformation, and it pumps me up when I see the first video. Sometimes, like if for some reason I'm scrolling through the videos and I kind of take a gander at it, I take a look at it, and it just pumps me up to see the difference. Even then, when I thought I was already feeling amazing at the time, to see now I'm 90 days, just another 40 days more over that. It just blows my mind, and I'm so grateful that we made the decision to start to take the triplex products, or the plexus products rather. At the end, hopefully I have time, I want to show you the products that we're taking, because since then we've gotten so much confidence, and we've seen for a fact, a guarantee for ourselves that the products work, that we added several products. And so that has really multiplied, if you will, our results, and I want to share them with you. So stay with me, because I do want to get to that. But I want to start off by just kind of giving you a small background when my husband and I came in, because some of you, I hear people talk about how they were already eating clean. There's people that really know about eating right and about carbs and about, although I can't even name it's terrible, I can't even name it, but the different food types and what's good for you, and fruits and vegetables and calories. And there's people that are already, you might already be one of those people. You're already 10 steps ahead further than we were. When we came into January 2016, my husband and I mean, we were 45 and 47. And waking up every day, I'm not even kidding to you one bit, waking up every day, not taking any vitamins, not exercising, not being conscientious about what we're taking in that day or what we're not taking in. If I ate, great. If I didn't, or if we did or we didn't, or I ate dessert for dinner, or whatever the case may be, we were so irresponsible with our health. That is not a lie. We just drank what we wanted, we ate what we wanted or didn't. I wasn't even aware of where we were. I mean, until we got this huge stuff that started happening to our health, which is what made us come in January and say, that's it. We made a commitment. My husband and I sat down and we said, that's it. We need to do a change of life in a big way. We need to make a commitment. We need to take our health more seriously. We were walking around like we're 25-year-olds, like, okay. And some of us viewers right now are in that same scenario. We think, it's so crazy how we think. We're so oblivious. It's crazy to think that we're going to wake up every day 40, 50, 60 years old and not take care of our health, not make decisions to say, we're going to take our health more seriously starting now. We did that. My husband and I made that conscientious decision, a commitment to ourselves, that we're going to take care of ourselves, that we're going to do what we have to do to take care of ourselves. And that's what we did. And that's why we started taking Plexus, to improve our health, and an investment in each other. And so I want to share with you the 90-day, our tangible results. And I made a list because I don't want to leave anything out. So for myself, for me, I've shared from the second day when we took it the one day, immediately, if you know my story, immediately I felt, now this might not be for you. Remember, immediately for me was because here's the thing, rate yourself for your health. Rate yourself. If from 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute epitome of good health, down to 1 being very, very unhealthy, and then down negative. I mean, just to give you an example, I had a blood transfusion. I was in the hospital 2 days. They gave me a blood transfusion 2 days in a row. Back about 6 or 7 months ago, I was very anemic, out of commission. Long story, but just so you know, so when I started on Plexus, I wasn't even from 1 to 10. I was negative, if that makes sense. My health, severe anemia, I mean, just bad, bad, bad. Borderline diabetic, depression, hormones, I mean, you name it. So for me, when I took the pink drink and the products, immediately it took me from a negative, I mean, up. So do you see what I'm saying? If you're down here, obviously you're gonna feel it, and I definitely felt it. And so that's the thing that we felt immediately was energy. Just a huge, I almost felt like I had an IV. For those of you guys that ever have been dehydrated and you get an IV and somehow you just feel better. I literally felt like somebody hooked me up to an IV. The next day I felt like, whoa, I felt, wow, like I had been, given vitamins or something. I felt a little bit, I was not as malnutritioned, if you get what I'm saying. So for me, it was immediate. My husband, it took a few days for him to feel the energy, but certainly within 7 days, he was on board with the energy and so forth. The next thing that happened to us is no junk food cravings. Literally, I mean, no junk food cravings. I know somebody very close to me that started recently taking their products, and they told me the very next day, they said, you know what I noticed yesterday on day 1, right? You know what I noticed yesterday is that I didn't have any cravings. I noticed a huge difference in what I wanted to eat. That's exactly what you feel. So we felt immediately no junk food cravings. When I started taking the products, if you've heard me before, I didn't want to lose any weight. I said, you know what, I'm going to take it for my borderline diabeticness. I'm borderline diabetic, diabetes runs in my family. So for me, that's the reason why I wanted to take it. I mean, I didn't want to take it to lose weight. I wanted to take it for my health reasons. But, without changing anything in my diet, I lost 6 pounds. And the reason I lost 6 pounds is because I stopped eating all that junk food every single day, because I just don't want to eat it anymore. I'll nibble here and there, but my body, my brain doesn't let me eat, doesn't let me finish whatever little bit. It's enough for me to taste it. Okay, fine, I got that out of my way. My husband is the same way. He's the same way, no junk food. The next thing is, for me, no more crying. I stopped crying. Since I took it on a Friday, the very Saturday, since that Saturday, I haven't cried. I haven't had that sadness over me. It's gone, 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 gone. Crazy. No more depression for me. It's gone. If you know, I was ready to start to take antidepressant medication. I was ready. My doctor was on standby for me. And as soon as I started taking these products, the depression went away. The chemical, whatever was happening, my adrenals are functioning. I'm able to handle stress. I don't get stressed out anymore. Let me put it that way. I don't get this anxiety anymore. I don't get I don't get that. Something within my body is functioning now. It's like it's working within my system. I'm able to process it. I feel great every day. No more irritability. When I went to see the counselor, it blows my mind. I would come home from work and just trying to get undressed. Ladies, if you feel me, please send me some love. Just trying to get undressed couldn't happen fast enough. I would start crying, just trying to take my blouse off. If my ring got caught on my, sometimes you're undressed and then it gets caught on your watch. I would do that in the closet. I just would get so irritable. And it was so crazy. Like, I didn't want my husband in the closet with me because I didn't want him to see how angry I would get just trying to get undressed. My pants, you wear skinny jeans. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you have to tell your husband, babe, can you take my pants off for me? Oh, I would have to tell my husband, babe, just please, can you just take them off? I don't want to deal with the trying to take them off and then, your socks get pulled off with your pants. Ridiculous things that would just throw me overboard. That doesn't happen anymore. It's so strange. That's gone. No more sleeplessness. I had to take Xanax to help me sleep. I literally wouldn't sleep. I would not fall asleep. I would lay there with my eyes closed, but I could not fall asleep. It was torture. I would take Xanax every single night to help me sleep, to be able to relax my body, to be able to get through the night without losing my wits about me. I'm sure some people out there understand what I'm talking about. Like, I just wanted to lose my patience. My poor husband wouldn't even be doing anything wrong. I mean, just literally just trying to chew gum and just watching him chew gum, or watching my child drink a soda. I mean, just it blows my mind. Like, there's just no reason for just everything. Literally would irritate me. No, so I had to take Xanax to be able to relax me, to be able to, you know what I mean, to be able to give my family some peace around me. I don't have that anymore. I'm so excited. It's 75 days for me that I'm not on Xanax. 75 days that I'm not on it. And it's just so crazy. My body feels great. And that's partially because I added X Factor. There's this multivitamin. Awesome. And then I also added the Mega. They're Omegas. They has an Omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, something like that. Don't quote me, but it's something like that. I also added the Plexus Nerve, like for neuropathy, like for diabetics, if you get pain, like for myself, pain. What I found out was that a lot of times when people are diagnosed borderline diabetic, a lot of times our bodies have already started to have neuropathy, nerve pain. I didn't know that. I learned that. And so I have a lot of problems with my feet. My feet get cold and I get muscle spasms. I would get them. My feet would get really cold. I couldn't walk barefoot. I couldn't even make it from my bedroom to my bathroom without getting a muscle spasm. That's how bad it was. I had to wear socks. I was literally never barefoot. Even at the beach, I would have to walk with tennis shoes and socks from my car to where we're going to sit at the beach, and there take off my shoes. And if I was going to leave, I have to put my socks back on, put my shoes. I literally could not walk on the sand barefoot. And so now when I'm taking the Plexus Nerve, I'm able to walk around my room barefoot. I'm doing my home workouts barefoot. A miracle. I had gone to an orthopedic doctor years ago because I get muscle spasms all the time on my foot, all the time. Painful. So I've never in my life been able to wear flip-flops. I still can't wear flip-flops, walk around like normal people at the beach. I can't do that. Tennis shoes, even at the beach. So I went to an orthopedic doctor. Long story short, all these testings, x-rays, blah, blah, blah. He comes and he says, you don't have anything wrong with your feet. And I literally started crying right there in the exam room. I started crying. And he said, what's wrong? And I wanted to slap him. I said, you think I take time to come to an orthopedic doctor and pay this money? And he says, all you could do is bathe or soak your feet in warm water with Epsom salt 3 times a day. That was his cure for me. Soak your feet in Epsom salt 3 times a day. I left that doctor's office crying, feeling helpless. And now I've taken this stuff and with this Plexus, the nerve that helps neuropathy. They also have the Plexus Ease, which they have the lotion. My husband swears by it. He goes to the gym. It's better than Bengay. It smells better. My husband swears by this. He goes to the gym and works out, puts it on his body, his back, his whatever, where it's hurting him. It goes away. Of course, it's temporary because, when you go to the gym, but he swears by this thing right here. Incredible. So my feet feel awesome, getting better and better. I walk much easier. When you have nerve pain in your body, for those of you that know what I'm talking about, even walking in heels or walking, it's kind of like you have to adjust your body. It's kind of like you have to walk carefully so you don't hurt yourself, if you know what I'm talking about. I feel now like I walk so much easier now. I'm walking so much more carefree. I don't feel all this joint pain as I'm walking around. Here's the thing for myself. For a lot of women over 40, you start to feel that perimenopause, the perimenopause stage. I had that crazy, to the 10th power, crazy. And so some of the things that I had is the hot flashes, like crazy. Night sweats. At night, I would sweat. I would have to get a towel and clean myself off. The pillowcase, the sheets, I mean, I had it bad, really, really bad. It's terrible. But of course, it's not my fault, or it's not your fault, ladies, if you have it. It's just something that happens to us, right? I love being a woman, by the way, but that's what happens to us. So it controls your life. Like I had the fan on, all the windows open, another fan. My husband was freezing cold. And so then the other thing is forgetfulness. You know, sometimes you just lose your mind. Literally, I just had this pin, and like 2 seconds later, I haven't even moved from my place. I haven't even moved. Where did it go? That's what I'm talking about. Eating junk food, gained weight, headaches, all that stuff for me, gone. The only thing that I have mild, very, very, very mild, is the hot flashes and the night sweats. Very, very mild. Now, but of course, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever going to come up with a 100% cure for menopause or perimenopause, right? I mean, there's no medicine. But for me, it's very, very minor, very, very doable, very, very manageable. I started home workouts, toned up now. I'm in a great mood. I'm relaxed. My quality of life has gone to the 10th power. I'm so excited. And then here's for my husband. My husband has all the things that I share with you, the energy, all of that stuff. But here's a tangible for my husband. After the third day, and a few people that are close to us, they've had the same results, exactly the same results. After about the third day, my husband stopped taking heartburn medicine. He took heartburn medicine every single day. And heartburn medicine has its side effects itself. So it just makes you a mess. So about the third day into taking the products, my husband had no more heartburn. He has no more acid reflux. He can eat whatever he wants to eat, whenever he wants to eat it. And he has absolutely zero heartburn, zero acid reflux. Phenomenal. And he's not taking any medicine for that at all, just our products. He's taking we're taking the ProBio 5, and then the Bio Cleanse also, and then of course the Slim, taking the Slim, the pink drink, Slim for that. Incredible. He's lost at about 20 to 25 pounds right now. He lingers 23 pounds one day, 24 pounds, 22 pounds, 25 pounds. He's slowly but surely, he's crawling up more, very, very comfortably doing that. Incredible. He's going to the gym. He has so much more energy now. Before, if you know my husband, he's a bionic man, period. My husband, he's a bionic man. I don't know how he does what he does, but now he's doing it much more easily with energy. No energy drinks, none of that. My husband, he's not taking any of that. And he has energy just with the products that I've shared with you. And here's the thing about when you're overweight, my husband and I will talk about it, like husbands and wives do. There's a certain age, there's a certain weight where when you get to a certain weight, your body starts to make these noises, whatever, these noises, you start to burp, like almost like a little growl or things like that happen. He doesn't get those anymore because once you lower your weight, your body reacts differently and he feels so much more comfortable. His clothes are loose now, so many great things. I do want to share something so exciting. My daughter who has a baby, she was having a hard time, getting pregnant again. And the reason is, and I have her permission to share this with you, but the reason is that my daughter only has 2 or 3 cycles a year, and so doesn't ovulate every month. So it's very difficult for them to get pregnant. Even with their first child, it was becoming difficult for them to get pregnant. And of course, women, as you know, when we want to get pregnant and what that feels like. And so she was going through all those feelings. And so we talked about the Plexus products. She knew that I was taking them. And she kind of, she would hear what they do. And so we talked about it. And I told her, maybe you should take the Plexus products because we've heard other experiences of other women that having those same issues started taking it because of the ingredients in the products and the ingredients there. It helps them, it helps them, or it has helped them many instances. So she says, okay, well, I'll try them, right? Because that's a great attitude to have is, it's worth a try. And that's what she said, it's worth a try. So she started taking the products on March 1st. And lo and behold, in the middle of April, just a few weeks ago, I found out that she's pregnant. Unbelievable. It's so crazy. But this is absolutely true story. So she is now expecting her second baby, and we're so excited. Now, I must tell you that again, of course, am I saying that if you're having trouble conceiving or having a baby, go get the Plexus products because it's going to do it? No, no, no. I'm just sharing with you our experience. I'm sharing with you what happened with us, what happened with our daughter, and what these products and what these ingredients do, when you take them. And that's what happened with her. And I might say a ton of other women have gone through that also. So we're super excited that our daughter's expecting their second child after hadn't been able to get pregnant. The other funny story I want to share with you, and I also have this person's permission, is talking about perimenopause and menopause and so forth. Ladies, I don't know how you want to word it. Did it reverse it? I don't know what, but my sister was almost getting super excited because she was almost on the way out of her, menstrual cycle. For a woman, when you're menopausal or when you've reached menopause, it means that you've had 12 months consecutive without having a cycle. So she hadn't had a cycle since last summer, 2015. So she was counting down maybe 3 more months or something like that, where it was going to be a year, 3 or 4 more months where she was going to be a year. Time to celebrate, no more of that stuff every month, right? So she was excited and stuff. One day she comes in after about 45 days or so. It was about 45 days also. My daughter took her about 45 days, found out she was pregnant. My sister, she comes in the house it was about 30 to 45 days or so that she was on the products. She comes in and she says, she smacks her hand. If you know my sister, she smacks her hand on the counter. She says, I don't like it. I don't like it. What happened? She goes, you know what happened? What? I started my period. And we started laughing because she started her period. And so I don't know how to word that. Did it reverse menopause for her? I don't know what, but when you take it, don't quote me, but I believe it's the chromium and other ingredients. It makes your body, it helps with ovulation. It helps with your hormones. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I don't have a flashcard in front of me, but those are the things that happen, and so it makes the body work. So my sister, it caused her body to begin to do something that it made her have her cycle. So I just thought that was funny. My sister did not think that was funny, but hey, her body's working and all others, right? She's not constipated anymore. She doesn't get constipated. Her stomach is working great. And she feels great, has reordered a couple times already. Super excited for her and for the others of you that are sharing your awesome stories. I promise I'm not going to put you on blast unless you give me permission. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to give your address, your cell phone number, text her, ask her personally. I'm not going to do that. But it is super exciting to hear other people's story, right? We love to hear other people. Sometimes we relate more to other people. So I just wanted to share those 2 stories, and I hope to be able to share more awesome stories. I do have, anyways, so I do want to be able to share more stories with you as we move forward and as we continue our own journey. I'm having so much fun sharing that with you. So in closing, guys, I just want to share with you that, in life, our life boils down to a few decisions. A few critical decisions. The way that our life ends up when we're 70, 80, 90, however, when we sit down and we're looking at our life, it's going to boil down to, I just told my son, 18-year-old son this, like I've told all my kids this. Your life, our life will be an outcome based on a few decisions in life. 5. One of them is who you marry. One of them is your spiritual, your religious, whatever you want to call it, life, and things like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, for myself and my husband, I can honestly tell you this decision to begin to take the Plexus products at the end of our life will be one of those 5 decisions. It changed our life. And as you can tell, I'm super passionate about it because it's starting to affect our family's life. our friends' life. We're seeing it like other people enjoy what we're enjoying right now. This has been one of those one of those life-changing decisions that my husband and I chose to do together. And we're so grateful that there's a company that cares, that there's a company that has brought these products to light for people. If you know me, if you know my husband, if you know our children, I pray that you know that I'm not over exaggerating. I'm sharing with you from the bottom of my heart. This has been one of the best decisions that we have ever made in our life, to begin to take care of ourselves and change our bodies, our family life, our love life, and take it to the 10th power. I encourage you to do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do to get these products into your life. Message me. I can help you to get that. If message the person that shared this video with you. If you know somebody that does that, message them. All good things will come to you also. We will see you at the next one. Hopefully feeling healthier, happier, more energetic. Message me. I would love to hear from you. See you on the next one.